My best friend ruined my wedding on purpose, and the worst part? The guests actually applauded her for it. I stood there in shock, realizing she'd been planning this all along. My name is Jessica Monroe, and I never thought the happiest day of my life would also become the most humiliating. Weddings are supposed to be magical, right? A celebration of love, family, and new beginnings. But mine turned into a nightmare, and the person responsible wasn't some stranger or jealous relative. It was my best friend, Alyssa. Alyssa and I had been inseparable since high school. She was my maid of honor, the one I trusted with everything, helping me pick out my dress, planning the bachelorette party, even holding my hand through the pre-wedding nerves. I thought she was genuinely happy for me. But deep down, she had been planning something I never saw coming. The ceremony started beautifully. The music, the flowers, the vows, it all felt perfect. When it was time for speeches, Alyssa walked up to the microphone. I expected a sweet, slightly embarrassing story about our teenage years. Instead, she cleared her throat, looked out at the crowd, and said words that made my stomach drop. I know today is supposed to be about Jessica and Matt, but there's something you all should know. The room went dead silent. She launched into a dramatic story about how Matt wasn't the man everyone thought he was. She claimed she'd seen him out with another woman just weeks before the wedding. Gasps echoed through the reception hall. My heart raced, my knees wobbled. Matt looked horrified, shaking his head, trying to speak, but Alyssa kept going, milking every second of attention. Here's the kicker, none of it was true. She made it up, weaving just enough detail to make it sound believable. And when she finished, instead of outrage, half the guests actually applauded her for her bravery. They thought she was protecting me, exposing the truth, being the hero. I stood there frozen, humiliated on my own wedding day, while my so-called best friend basked in the spotlight. I saw the smug little smile tug at her lips when she stepped down from the stage. That's when it hit me, this wasn't spontaneous. She had planned it. Every word, every fake tear, every dramatic pause. Matt and I managed to salvage the day, pulling aside family members, explaining the truth, showing proof of where he actually was during the times Alyssa mentioned. Slowly, the truth came out. People realized she had fabricated everything. But the damage was done. The whispers, the doubt, the shadow she cast over my vows, it all lingered. Later, I confronted her privately. She didn't deny it. She admitted she couldn't stand that I was moving on without her, that she wanted the attention, that if she couldn't be the star of the day, she'd rather ruin it. That was the moment I understood the betrayal fully. She hadn't just ruined my wedding, she had destroyed our friendship. There was no coming back from that. Today, Matt and I are still happily married, stronger than ever. But when people ask about my wedding, I don't think of the flowers or the music. I think of that moment when the person I trusted most ripped everything apart, just to shine for a few minutes in front of a crowd. Sometimes the deepest cuts don't come from enemies. They come from the people you thought would stand beside you forever. Full story added in below.